Mazi Nnamdi Kanu exposes the three tools Nigerian leaders use against its citizens in his broadcast. In a broadcast made by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on his Radio Biafran station, he revealed that the Nigerian elite and political have used three tools to hold back its citizens. He explained that the tools of illiteracy, hunger, and poverty has been the undoing of the Nigerian citizens. Mazi Kanu explained that the elites have made sure they collapse the educational sector in order to deprive its citizens from being properly literate and exposed to world educational standard. He did make mention how the elites send their children to the Western world to gain quality education in order to remain in control of power. The elites have shut down every industry aside their political industry. He claimed that all the industries created during the First and Second Republic has been shut down in order to make the citizens jobless and hungry, using them as a personal tool, especially the youth doing their dirty jobs. He made mention of the monopoly given to Dangote by shutting down other industries like the oil refineries, textile industry, mining industry, etc. He said when the citizens are under the jinx of illiteracy, hunger, definitely poverty sets in. He further stated that the elites have been the ones against restructuring of the country and amendment of the constitution. The IPOP leader and Biafran activist has stated that this is one of the reasons why Biafra must be achieved. He claimed Biafran is the only option for the liberation of all in Africa and that it must come since it's ordained by Chukwokike Abiyama. Thank you for listening to this news. You see, my viewers, that is just the only way. That is just the only way out. See, if we begin to put all that these educated elites or whatever they call themselves are causing in our country, you look at the things Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have just listed and say that they are not true. Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that these people choose to send their children out of Nigeria to study? Why? Because they know what they have done to the Nigerian educational system. Because they know the evil things they have done to the educational system of this country. You approach them, have a chat with them concerning the Nigerian educational system, you will see they will give you facts. They will give you facts. And who is the cause? They are the cause. And they are doing these things because they want their own children to have the best of education, so that they cannot come down to Nigeria to be overruling. Check it now. All the ministers' children, commissioners, presidents, check them. How many of the children are schooling here in Nigeria? You understand? So they know what they are doing. Look at our primary school education. Look at the substandard education they have made available. Look at the substandard materials they use in building these schools. Even the books these children supposed to have in order to study, they did not make it available. So you tell me, how can that be made available? How? Tell me. How can that? How can that? When they have cornered all the money and allocation allocated to that sector, to that educational sector to be used here in Nigeria, they cornered it to their private purse and use it to send their own children to Western education. You see that? Why they allow the children who own the money to suffer and study locally here in Nigeria. You go to our schools, go to the primary schools. It is just now that they have started, like, giving some of the primary schools a little touchings. Before, you can't even sit down in a primary school, let alone studying. Let alone studying. What about the books? That's why in Lagos State, in the whole state in Nigeria, during Raji Fashola's regime, Raji Fashola happens to be the only man that tried more better in educational sector. All the books the students used in school were given to them free of charge. No parents were allowed to pay for any books. I'm telling you, no parents. So in that part, at least he has contributed 80%, because books to me in school is the most significant aside from the infrastructure. Do you understand? So that is it. So I'm not surprised. Nnamdi Kanu has made it open to us. So they are intentionally doing all these things. They are intentionally making us go hungry. They are intentionally making us go poor, so that they will be in control, and also they will be in charge of us when their children are through with the Western education. You understand? So that is what they do. So my viewers, you see, when Nnamdi Kanu is revealing the truth to us, I want us to be looking into it properly and be seeing truth in all that he's saying. Not that he's trying to criticize or spoil them. No, he's trying to strike a balance so that you too will know what is really happening in our country, and know that truly of a truth, you have been cheated. You have been cheated. How can it? Why? Have you ever asked yourself this question? Why? Why is it that these people mostly take their children out of the country and not wanting any of them to study here in Nigeria? Why? Why? You get, all these things are what should be bothering us, but they don't bother us because our eyes have been covered. Our eyes have been covered with the change that they are giving us. Our eyes have been covered. Our mouths have been covered with this little money they are giving us. After they will say that we are thugs. After they will say we are thugs, whereas they made us to be thugs. They made us to be thugs. You see that? So all these things are what he's trying to point out to you, but you are getting it. You just look at it and say, what this guy is saying, he has started again with his criticism. But it's not true. So, well, it's left to you anyway. Please, I would still like to hear from you. Whatsoever is your comment concerning this, deem it free to click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated whenever we upload any new videos. Thank you.